like what I do anymore. I'm overwhelmed, I'm burnt out, but I don't see any other options. Ever hear this from a dentist? Ever say this to yourself? I see this happen because we forget how to dream. And for dentists and other professionals, the one common thread which chokes our dreams is the stress over the mountain of debt that we've taken on and the payments we must make on it every single month. But what would life look like for you if your fixed debt payments were cut in half tomorrow? How would life change if your debt was eliminated decades sooner? What dreams are on pause because of your debt? The epic family road trip? Pivoting careers? Or maybe going down to your local coffee shop and ordering every drink on the menu just because you can? I was a dentist for 16 years, beyond burnout, where the only dream I had left was surviving the day next to the dental chair. And then life hit me with one of those 2x4 moments. And it came through my then 12-year-old son. It was appendicitis that turned septic. 29 days in the hospital, 19 of them in the ICU. After they take the tube out of his throat, they give him methadone and morphine to bring him down from the drugs he was on. Imagine your child looks like a heroin addict coming down from a high. And the very first question they will only ask you, am I dying? After telling Jada, no, you're not dying, you're gonna be okay, I walked out that room and I broke. I was already miserable and I was taking it out on everyone around me. But when I broke, only one thought seared into my mind. If life is this fragile and I'm unhappy with the path that I'm on, burn the ships, it's over. That's what I did. Sold my practice, September 2018, just walked away. And even though I never had the $1 million practice, I made a choice to arrange my financial life by a different system, one that I now call the new rules of finance. And because I was able to figure out this gift, my purpose now is to give it to you. And it all started with a house payment. So if I were to poll everyone here, how much is your house payment? It'll probably average about $3,000 a month. So your house payment is $3,000 month in and month out. Well, I was able to get my house payment down to $24.19. And when I shared this with another dentist, I truly did it as a joke, because a few weeks prior we were having lunch together and he asked the obvious question, how are you walking away? I made one dumb comment to him which changed everything. I kind of figured out how to make money move. Now he gave me that Scooby-Doo look. I tried to explain things that day. Frankly, I didn't do a good job. But once I sent this picture, all he could write back is, I see it, I still don't get it. I'm buying a condo next month, will you teach me? I guess so. He paid off the condo in 8 months instead of 30 years. And so he tells his business partner, I tell a friend of mine what happened, they become the next 2 people I teach, and all of a sudden my heart opens up, where I finally listen. And it says the way you're gonna make an impact in this world, it's not dentistry. The way you're gonna make an impact is by teaching people these new rules of finance and the system around it so that they can get to their freedom sooner. That's why I'm here. All right, so how exactly does someone get a $24 house payment, okay? Because this is not a traditional mortgage. If you look at the very top of the screen, this says home equity line. And so what we're gonna learn is what are lines of credit, how to use them strategically to your advantage to pay off debt faster, free up cash flow without more income or changing your lifestyle. And later in today's workshop, we will use audience participation anonymously to show how the system works step by step. Because when we start to think in terms of financial planning, most financial plans only focus on income and investing because that's where you have control. When it comes to the expenses, it's kind of skipped over because it's like, well, the cost is the cost. Yeah, you can cut your cable. You can change cell phone providers and save a few bucks. But no one has ever shared a system to strategically remove the big expenses from your life. The house, the cars, the student loans, the practice and equipment debt, until now. And this is where cash flow optimization comes in. And it's all done in 3 easy steps. Lift the burden from fixed debt payments. Then we expand your cash reserves. Now that we have more money freed up each month, now that we have the larger emergency fund, now we have the army of dollars available to deploy into other assets. And as a result, you maintain your lifestyle, keep more money each month, and achieve your dreams faster. So here's a real-world example of a dentist. The column on the left was their personal finance budget. The 2 bottom boxes are exactly the same because that's their lifestyle. That does not change. What we are manipulating are the boxes above, which was the house, the car, and the student loans to the tune of $10,000 a month. But by utilizing the line of credit strategically, we lifted the burden from fixed debt payments. We rearranged how we're going to pay this debt off. That required $10,000 now went down to $3,300 month 1. Over $75,000 of annual cash flow is freed up without changing their lifestyle. Step 2, expand your cash reserves. By having that line of credit in place, the emergency fund is now 4 times larger. Now we have the money to deploy into other assets and optimize our lifestyle further. And so what this is really trying to do is create financial flexibility first on the path to financial freedom. Because life is uncertain. Things break. People get sick. Markets shift. And when that happens, it's not about spraying and praying. It's about being prepared. For those who have moved forward to learn the system, the majority being dentists, the average amount of interest saved has been over $180,000. Money staying in their pocket versus going to a bank. And in terms of the cash flow improvement in the first 12 months of learning the system, for business owners, it has been over $65,000 on average. Not by working harder, just by learning how to move money more efficiently. For those who are W-2 employees, it has still been over $3,000 a month. Living the same lifestyle, you just have more money in your pocket every month. And so when people ask, I want to learn the system, what's the next step? It all started with a cash flow quiz. It's a 3-minute tool, and my gift to you for you to see how optimized you are with your cash flow. Because what this system inspires is for us to dream again. Think about those questions I asked before about your dreams. My guess is your answers are not about the money. It's around our most precious resource, time. Time to feel peace, time to slow down, more quality time with friends and family. I know how lucky I am to still have time with my son. He's 20 now, healthy, taller than me, better looking than me, has more hair than me. Because every person who hears this message desires to say yes to 2 final questions. Are you ready to feel financially flexible Monday morning? Are you ready to build optionality into your life and finally feel unstuck? If you're ready to reclaim your time, your freedom, and the ability to order every coffee drink on the menu with 0 guilt, then let's learn how to play this game differently together. Thank you.